Our spiritual organs perhaps have atrophied. Spirituality, I might define as something like the proximity of the human spirit to its spiritual creator. There is no spirituality without being religious, since religion is merely the systematization of spiritual practices that work. There's never been a religion that started out by saying, let's go be religious, let's not be spiritual, right? It's quite the contrary. First, tell us what works. My students teach me, when we talk about the spiritual but not religious movement that I'm going to talk about in a second, they told me about something called manifesting, which is sort of a new religious trend. The impulse, again, is spirituality. How can we be spiritual? And then when you figure out how spirituality works, how do we systematize that spirituality? The systematization, the repetition, the communal observance of it is religion. It seems to be new enough where I can criticize it. I was asked actually on the spot, so I had never heard of it, and my student told me right there on the spot, what do you think of manifesting? I had no idea. I had to repeat it maybe 4 times. The reason I'm mentioning it here, because it sounds like something that you invented all for yourself. Coming from, though, a good place, right? There are impulses within even manifesting, and just for a brief definition of what it is, it's something like putting into words a verbal expression of what you want to occur, and so that in that articulation, you aid that statement into coming into fruition. And you can think sort of like looking in the mirror before a lecture and saying, you can do this, something like that, right? The impulse is there all throughout different religions, and it's present in Christianity, right? The word, the power of the word. If there's ever a religion that emphasizes the word, it's Christianity. The word is a person, the word of God. So perhaps this is part of the impulse. Another thing they use is crystals. You manifest and you sort of have crystals present. This sort of links to the materiality that we experience in the sacramental world, sacramentality, the sacramental nature of Christianity, right? There must be something there physical, otherwise it's just me thinking it to myself. So the impulses are healthy, and yet there's something to digging into a tradition that you did not invent all for yourself.